Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to be looking at how to cut and sew a long gown. This long gown is not going to have any half lengths. Please, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a video. I post my videos every week. And please like, comment and share my videos. All right. To start this tutorial, we're going to be making use of the biggest part of our body to fold, to know the amount of fabric we're going to fold. And the biggest part of the body, which is the hip, is 47. When you divide it by 4, you have 11 and a half. You have 11 and a half. So you're going to use 11 and a half to fold, plus 2 inches sewing allowance to fold. Now we are going to start. The length I'm working with is 58. The length I'm working with is 58 for the gown. It's 58. The length I'm working with is 58. Mark out your length. Then we're going to take the shoulder. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 18. When I divide it by 2, it will give me 9. I'll place my 9 here. On this line, I will take out my 1 inch shoulder slope. 1 inch shoulder slope. And on this line, I'll come down by 9 inches for the armhole. If you don't know how to determine your armhole, whatever you have on your shoulder, you can use it as your armhole. Then from the shoulder, I'm going to determine the bust point. The bust point is 12 inches. You don't need under bust because you're not padding. And the waist, her waist is 16 inches. Her waist, her hip is usually between 24 and 25. To get it, you can still count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the distance between your waist and your hip is 9 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 25 for the hip. It's going to be a free gown. You don't need the knee measurements because it's still going to, from here, we take it down. So our concentration is on the waist, on the bust, waist, and the hip line. It's a long gown. Now we're going to put the lines. To take the neck I'll be working with will be for the width. The width is going to be 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. And for the length I'll be taking, I will take 3 inches for the neck. Then I will connect. And connect your shoulder slope. Now I'm going to take my measurements. The bust measurement I'm working with is 44.5. When I divide it by 4, it will give me 11. I will place 11 here. I'll place 11 and I will take my 2 inches sewing allowance. On the waist I'm working with is 40. The waist I'm working with is 40. When I divide it by 4, it will give me 10. I'll place 10 here, plus my 2 inches sewing allowance. Between this hip, between this waistline and the down waist, she has her tummy is big, so I'm not going to use the same measurement on the waist here. I'm going to put another measurement here because of her tummy. Her tummy is bigger than her waist. So I'll come down by 3 inches to take this measurement. If you use the same thing you use here to take it down, when it comes to this place, it won't enter her. So you must take the measurements around her tummy to be able to fit. And the measurement here is 45. On this tummy part, her tummy here is 45. And 45 divided by 4 will give us 11. I will place 11 here. And I will take 2 inches sewing allowance. On the hip, her hip measurement is 47. When I divide it by 4, it will give me 11 and a half. And I will take 2 inches. Then we're going to connect. Connect according to the way you marked it. Then we're going to take this down. Take it down to the length. What I have here is 14. I'm going to take it down to the length. And I'm going to connect down. I'm going to connect down to the length. If you want to make it pencil, that means you're going to take your hip measurements. You're going to take your knee measurements, then connect it and pencil it. But this one is not a pencil. It's supposed to be a long, straight gown. So this is what we have. On the armhole, I'll measure what I have here. What I have here is 9. I'll get half of it. And I'll come in by half inch. And connect. I will take this measurement up. I'll connect. I connect. And I'll connect it. This is how to cut your long gown. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. Let's cut. That's according to the way. With this, we're going to use it to cut the back. See what I have here? I'll use it and cut the back. Let's cut the back. To cut the back of the gown, just fold your fabric and place the front on it to cut the back. But the neck is going to be different. For the neck, make sure you take your 1-inch zip allowance. Your 1-inch zip allowance. Then on the neck, I'm taking 1 inch. I'm taking 1 inch on the neck. Depending on what you want. Take 1 inch and connect. Now I'm going to cut. So let's cut. For your back armhole, do not dip the armhole. Now I'm going to cut it using the same shape. I'm going to open up the back, the zip allowance. Make sure you notch. Make sure you notch the zip allowance. Make sure you notch the zip allowance. So 1 inch zip allowance. Make sure you notch. Now I'm going to open it up. Now we're going to identify where the pockets will be. It's going to have a pocket. It's going to have a pocket. So now, from the waistline, I'll come down by 3 inches. From the waistline, I'll come down by 3 inches, and I will notch it. That is where we're going to place our pockets. That is where the pocket is going to be. For the front and for the back. That is where our pocket is going to be. Now I'm going to cut the pockets. This is what we have. I'm going to cut the pockets. Now to cut the pockets, I'm going to fold this because our pocket is going to be 4 pieces. Our pocket is 4 pieces. I will fold it again to cut out the pockets. And I'm going to close my hand because my hand should be able to pass through. So I'll place my hand and shape it out. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see what I have? I don't want it to be too long. See what I have here? Let's put it both in here. Place your hand. So if I measure it, what I have is the width is almost 9. Then the length, I have 10 here. Now I'm going to cut. Now let's cut. See what I have? I have my 4 pieces. I have my 4 pieces. Now let's cut the sleeve. To cut our sleeve, we are going to be making use of the round sleeve. The round sleeve I'm working with is 17.5. When I divide it by 17.5, when I divide it by 2, to give me 8.5, and I'll add 2 inches sewing allowance. So that is what I have on fold. That is what I have on fold. Then I'm going to take the length. The length of the sleeve is going to be 12 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. 12 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 13. Now I'm going to take, I've measured the length, 13. For our cap height, I'm going to take 4 inches for the cap height. For the cap height, I will take 4 inches. The description to know how to get all these things is in the description box. But 4 inches works for everybody. the cap height, take 4 inches. Then I'm going to get the middle of this. I'm going to rule a straight line. I'm going to rule the line down. And on this place, on this line, I'm going to take the round sleeve measurement. The round sleeve I'm working with is 17.5. 17.5. When I divide it by 2, it's going to give me 8.5. Now add 2 inches sewing allowance. I'm going to get the middle of this. The middle. 11 divided by 2 will give us 5.5. So on this line, I will go, and on this place, I will take it down. And on the down part, what I have is 13. 13 divided by 2. You divide your sleeve by 2, not by 4. What I have on the down part is 13. 13 divided by 2 will give me 6.5. I'm going to add 2 inches sewing allowance. I'll connect. This is our sleeve. Now we'll cut. Now we're going to cut. The same way you cut your fabric, that is the same way you're going to cut the lining. Now with this, we're going to use it to cut the second sleeve. Fold your fabric again to cut the second part of the sleeve. Just place it on top and cut. Make sure that they are equal. So this is our sleeve. To sew the gown, take it to your machine and join the two. Join the zip allowance at the back with 1 inch that you left. Join it. To sew this, take it to the machine. I placed this lace on it. I'm going to use machine and sew it down. Now you're going to join the two back. My dear, hold a minute. You're going to join the back together. We're going to join it together. After joining it together, leaving the zip allowance, I'm going to insert the zip here. So that's why I left this place and sew down this place. Now you're going to place it together, right side facing each other. Place it and sew on the shoulder. Attach it on the shoulder. When you finish sewing that, attaching it on the shoulder, take your pockets. We notched the pockets where we're going to put the pocket 3 inches below your waist. 3 inches below your waist. So you're going to take here where you notched. You're going to pin it, pin it, pin it, and sew it down. Same thing with this side. I've pinned this one already. Pin it, sew it down. Let me sew it and show you. I've finished fixing the zip. Now I'm going to join it on the shoulder. The same thing I'm doing on this fabric, that is the same thing I'm going to do on the lining. I'm going to join it on the shoulder and also join this side on the shoulder. Oh, my dear, good night. Good night. Please remember the coffee break. So we have finished adding it on the shoulder. Now I'm going to get the midpoint of this sleeve. Get the midpoint. I'm going to attach it from the middle. Attaching it from the middle down. Attach it down. Let me sew it and show you. Now we are going to finish fixing the sleeve. Fixing the sleeve. Now we're going to stitch with the allowance that you left. Stitch it, take it down to the armpit, stitch it. For me, I'm going to use 1 inch to stitch it up. I left 2 inches, but the person doesn't want this gown to be fitted, so I will use the 1 inch to stitch it up. Make sure you mash it together and you sew it. Come to this place, take it down to the length. I will stitch it and show you on the mannequin. And this will bring us to the end of today's tutorial. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section and put on your notification bell to be notified anytime I post a video. I post new videos every week. So see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye.